worth the face amount of the cash. While over time the purchasing power of cash changes, it goes down during the inflation, and it can also go up during deflation. While the purchasing power of cash changes over time, the face value never changes. $1 is always worth $1. So if I walk into any store that says, well, we're selling a certain product for $1, this dollar and my other dollar bill that also says $1 are worth exactly the same amount. If I have two claims or two accounts receivable for $100, one of them might be worth $100 and one of them might be worth nothing. One of them might be worthless. One of them might be junk or junk debt. So a currency unit is always worth the full face value of it. Each individual currency unit is you know, a $1 bill. If you have two $1 bills, they're both worth the same amount, and we know this. If you have two claims, if you have two accounts receivable, say you have a judgment against two creditors, one of them may be paid in full, one of them may be paid in part through a garnishment or whatever it may be. One of them may be discharged in a bankruptcy or otherwise uncollectible. So that's actually a really good explanation right there. I'm not sure what else I would want to add other than a lot of people have concerns about the central banking systems and the fiat lending systems of currency and think that these are horrible things and that they're the big problem. And it's true that the dollar bill or yen or any other major currency really is created through debt. But if there's $100 of debt, there's also $100 created. So the additional debt is matched by this new cash. There may be a little bit of interest or something that's unaccounted for, but it's pretty darn close to a one-to-one relationship. The amount of debt and the amount of cash is virtually identical. I'm actually not aware of any case in which it wouldn't be identical, but I'm just generalizing so as not to make any arguments be left open. The distinction between cash and what I'm about to tell you is huge and simple. So let's say I have a lawsuit. So I say my neighbor's kid plays baseball, knocks a baseball through my window, the window's broken. My insurance company is going to pay for a little bit. I want the neighbor to pay for a little bit, or their insurance company, or I want somebody besides me to pay my I think you call it the deductible amount. So let's say my insurance company covers everything past $1,000 to repair the damage, whether it's a window or whatever it may be. So I want somebody to pay that part that I would otherwise have to pay out of pocket, or maybe I want them to pay even more than that. Maybe I think that they did it maliciously, or for whatever reason I have a claim against some other party. It could be for rent not paid. It could be because my company sells them cell phone services. They use more minutes than they plan to, so they have some big bill due to me. Any reason whatsoever. Again, the example of a broken window is one example. So how much new cash is injected into the economy when this window is broken and I make a claim? Maybe I go to a court of law and I get a judgment, and I'm going to sue their insurance company. I'm going to sue them. I'm going to garnish their wages. I'm going to foreclose on their property and whatever. I'm going to levy their bank account. How much new cash is created? None. So we have a new claim and no new cash. When cash is created, you have cash created plus there's a new debt. But that's not the issue. The issue is there's all these claims that are unfunded, like bills that go through Congress. These bills are basically authorizations to spend money, the money hasn't necessarily been provided. They're unfunded expenditures or planned expenditures that haven't been funded. So if I get a parking ticket for $100, there's no new cash injected in the economy. It's just a new claim on cash. So a new parking ticket, new invoice for my cell phone service, a new court judgment relating to the broken window. The window's been broken. We did all this stuff with the court system, but there's no new cash in the economy. So if I borrow money and borrow through, say, a mortgage, if I borrow money into existence, that's creating a comparable amount of money to the amount of debt created. That's not the problem. The problem is when the claims get so big that creditors, businesses, individuals start to get concerned, and they don't really want more new claims. They want cash. They want to discharge their own debts and to receive money from their debtors, and they're really interested now in collecting on their existing claims, their existing accounts receivable. That is what a deflationary shift is. That's what's happening. That's what I predicted. March of 2003 was when I first made these references in a public written article. And it doesn't require any conspiracy. It doesn't exclude any conspiracy. There could be any number of accounting what's the word? Irregularities. There's certain news items, Enron or whatever companies or whatever governments, the government of Greece is having trouble paying their debts. Okay, so there's whatever accounting irregularities, there's whatever issues, but basically, it's a natural phenomenon that there would be so many debt claims at a certain time, so many accounts receivable that are unpaid, that at some point businesses and individuals would be concerned about entering new debts or extending new credit to people, like a cell phone company. They actually don't want to give they want to do prepaid phones now. We don't want to do these services where we have big debts that our customers don't pay. The banks, they don't have these easy lending practices anymore. They want 20% down on real estate now. They want 50% down on real estate, or whatever. They want premium credit before they lend anything. Those are the kinds of developments that you'd have during a credit crunch or a credit crisis or a deflation. That's what's been going on. It's been going on for several years. People ask me, when do you think this will start? It's already started. It's been started years ago. It hadn't started in March of 2003, but it was, it hadn't started worldwide. It is, in Japan it started in 1989. But anyway, debt claims. People want their debt claims paid. That is a deflation. That is a credit crunch. It's a cash crunch. It's a liquidity crunch. And it happens. The one that we've got going right now is really unusual. It's historically unprecedented in terms of the imbalance. A lot of second mortgages will be deemed worthless. There's a lot of worthless debt out there. There's a lot of accountings of debt where it's written down, oh, Bob owes me $100 and Sam owes me $100, and out of those two claims worth $200, hypothetically up to $200, they might get paid $20. They might get paid $50. This is a really serious reaccounting. That's actually all that's going on one level, is a reaccounting. People have been doing really unrealistic accounting for a long time. It's going to be adjusted.